Hello. Good morning. How are you? Welcome to Friday. Yay! It's Friday. Friday the 8th of May. I hope you are well. I would like to pay my respects to the spirits of the land here because it is an amazing day. But oh my God, it's so cold. So yeah, there you go. All right, very quick one. The cake was fine. Everybody, the cake was fine yesterday. If anything, it probably needed just a fraction, a little bit more to make it golden. So yeah, okay. So we do have the moon in Capricorn still, all right? We still have the moon in Capricorn, which is awesome because, like we need to get shit done, all right? Who doesn't have to get stuff done? Your to-do lists today will get ticked off. All right. So I'll read the words first. Actually, I'll give you the analogy, all right? I got this one the other day because I only just wrote the words this morning, and I don't have tomorrow's words written yet. I need to come back and I'm all over the place. But the analogy is a stuck lid, all right? I'd just like you to just sort of think about when you've got a jar of jam or something, all right, and that lid is stuck, and you've really got to dig deep to force the situation to resolve, all right? You've got to like I guess it's sort of like when I talk about that inconjunct where you're in the middle of the seesaw and you need to brace your core so that you're actually stable. But this one is a little bit more of a like I'm on a mission and I need to get this done. All right. So stay vigilant to your mission, but allow room for changes. All right. Determination is leading the way, however. Allow the universe to give you the directions because not all straight roads will get you to your outcome the fastest. All right. Type in your destination and allow yourself to be led. So now the moon in Capricorn is heading towards Pluto. All right. So the moon moves into Aquarius at 5:27 p.m. All right. So 5:30 basically. Um, so we're going to go from this. It's Saturn ruled. All right, now traditionally Aquarius is still Saturn ruled, but modern is Uranus. All right, Uranus is now in Gemini, and it's all fresh, and Pluto is retrograde. All right, so this is another factor of that internal determination. All right, so we're harnessing that inner power, Pluto, the hidden power. All right, um, so yeah, sorry, coming back down. All right. So let's have a look at the moon for today. All right. So all day we have the moon trine Uranus. All right. So that is exact at 7 p.m. So a trine, there is an easy flow. So allowing yourself to not be rigid, all right, which is a very Capricorn Saturnian type of energy, just allows room for that flow. All right, think of Uranus as the our antenna. It's an electrical wave. It's current. All right, so um allow the flow to change. Sorry, I got lost mid thought then. All right, also now at 1 p.m. we have the moon square Chiron. All right, so this is sensitivity, all right? So, Chiron in Aries, Moon in Capricorn, you're on a mission, you're heading towards Pluto in Aquarius, which is demanding change for your future endeavors. However, you feel some sort of sensitive point where you're like, can I do it? I've done it badly before. Or you're like, no, I am determined, I am consistent, and I've got this constant effort towards, this change that is happening. Transformation, ultimately, like every month, we're going to get, Moon conjunct Pluto. But, you know, generally the universe is always asking you to change and grow and evolve and expand, and there's nothing stagnant in the universe really. Like even a stagnant pool of water has got thousands of microbes and algae, and like if you sort of think of it like that, there is nothing stagnant. So um, just going with the flow today. So if you do feel that sensitive spot around 1 p.m., just sit with it a little bit because after 1, all right, so moon square Chiron at 1, from that point onwards, the moon is starting its conjunction to Pluto. All right, so we get to that sensitive spot. We've got Uranus still vibing out and making things changeable. And then we're like, oh, okay, I feel that. But then the moon is like, but we're still heading towards change. All right, we're still transforming. We're still allowing things to be shown to us, like the jewels of the universe. There's that whole, the expensive things are found in the dirt, in the earth, and here we are with an earth moon and an earth sun. All right, so I just feel like today, um, you know, you just got to sit with it and go with the flow. Basically, I couldn't make it any easier than that. Was go with the flow. And thinking of that lid analogy, like there's that force is required, but when the lid finally pops, you get the juicy goodness on the inside, just like the golden jewels that you eventually get out of the earth. All right, so that 1 o'clock was when that Pluto starts. Okay, but at the same time, we also have a sextile to Neptune starting. So I wonder if maybe we can, there's that opportunity to have a spiritual perspective. All right, so if we feel into the hurt at 1 o'clock, we then head towards transformation and have the opportunity to make it meaningful somehow. All right, and then after 8 p.m., I mean, who's going to be? I mean, yes, we're awake at 8 p.m., but I don't know about you, but I'm definitely getting ready for bed. That is when we get to offload some stuff because the moon in Aquarius, heading towards that future endeavor, is making an inconjunct to the South Node. All right, and of course we still have Pluto like in conjunct the South Node. We've had everything touching the South Node. We have offloaded so much stuff in the last couple of weeks with this South Node. And it's more about us, the awareness of where we are, all right? So that South Node, I always talk about it being the empty cup and the things that we need to let go of, but it's also where you sit all humdrum, all right? So when you're not challenging yourself, when you're just living with the status quo or you're just doing what you've always done, that's the South Node too, because you're not yearning or you're not allowing yourself to let the universe lead you to these bigger potentials. We can't imagine what the universe has installed for us. Like if we're really open and receptive, oh my God, the amazing things we can't even dream of will come our way. So again, this is another one for like I'm just sort of like really giving you that. Yes, we've all been hurt. That's life. That's humanity. All right, we have to struggle um so that we can thrive. We don't have to. I don't know any people in my whole life that haven't had a struggle or been hurt, survived, and then gone on to do bigger and better things. All right. So again, that's so Chiron. I mean, you become the wounded healer. All right. You are wounded, but then you get to teach other people how to heal their wounds. All right. So again, I hope this sort of feels right for the day. It's like just keep going. Just make it meaningful. Know that you're going to let things go, head toward that transformation, and just allow yourself to feel that Uranian shifts and changes happening. Your antenna, which I need to put another antenna in the background there, don't I? Yeah, the universe is doing its thing. All right, and also today, actually, you know what? I'll stop and I will click the button because there's 8 minutes. Hey! Oh my God, there's Deborah. She's over in my old stomping ground over at East Gardens there. Good morning, Julie. Nice to see you. Hello, Helen. Freezing there, is it? Oh, yeah, well, I mean, like I said, there is a beautiful blue sky, but freezing. Barbara's in Queensland. Oh, that's so nice up there in the warm. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Karen. It's snowing, I think, in the Midlands, maybe south. Elizabeth, have you got any snow down there? Is Mount Wellington got snow? I'm not sure. I think maybe Ben Lomond probably. But at we're too low here. I think we're at like 180 meters above sea level, and Mount Horror is 600 meters above sea level, and I've never seen snow there. Although they've threatened it, but. All right, so not here, but still cold. Good morning, Sean. How are you? I will see you very shortly after this, if you're free. Elizabeth, hello. I'm sorry, it's Christy. Good morning. Hello, Louise. You're heading up north, earthing out. Ah, yay. Are you coming this way, Louise? Good morning, Sally. And there we go. There we go. There we go, Karen. Mount Wellington does have snow. All right, so I'll get back into. So I hope that moon analogy sort of runs nicely through your day. Just again, just allow yourself to see those breadcrumbs that the universe is showing you. There may be some feeling involved like around that 1 o'clock, but now the sun has now come back to its conjunction to Mercury. So, hang on, so this is a superior conjunction because the inferior conjunction is when Mercury is retrograde. So we are heading for a superior conjunction with the sun and Mercury. I got a feeling that doesn't happen until Gemini for some reason. But anyway, Mercury has come back into the sun's realm. All right, so we're thinking more about the things that we're seeing essentially. All right, but Mercury itself is not making any applying aspects. All right, so again, you're not really tied to anything. So I feel like that feels good that Mercury's not making any aspects because it really is allowing it to just sort of have a look around and go with the flow. All right, Venus is sextile Mars. There's some sextile times coming. Mars is conjunct Chiron, is coming up to conjunct Chiron. So I like this because Venus is in her chatty, queenly or princess, more of a princess actually, state. And Venus and Mars are sextile each other, but Mars is heading towards his own, dare I say, healing crisis or healing awareness might be a better way to put it. So we need to be very careful with our Mars people, all right, because they are coming up to this sensitive point. Hang on, let me just figure out when that is. So Mars is at 21 and Chiron's at 27. So that is going to be in the next maybe week or so. So, our men folk or, those Mars, Aries, Scorpio areas of our life might become a little bit more of an opportunity to release the hurts of the past, to again see, any sensitive points or things that you've been through as a spiritual learning opportunity. But again, I'm sorry to say it, but the men in our world um still have this fear that they can't show emotion. So if you feel like this that energy is getting frustrated because it's been made aware of the hurts and it can't properly express its grief or tears or the I mean, every little boy needs a hug. That little boy is still a little boy when he's 50 years old, all right? There is still going to be a little boy in there that needs a hug. So again, if you see that your men folk are needing a hug, just go give them one. All right, Venus sextile Mars is like, it'll be well received. All right, so Jupiter square Chiron. Again, there is this overall, Jupiter in Cancer, square Chiron in Aries. The awareness of our patterns, the awareness of our family of origin and ancestry, and the experiences of our early childhood that gave us that Chiron tension. I think all of this stuff is just sort of visible because they're making those connections. Again, each one of you has got, strength in different areas of your chart. All right. So each of you are going to be feeling this differently. So this is maybe why I feel like I need to sort of express it a little bit more for everybody. Saturn not making any connections. Obviously, we've still got that massive outer planet connection happening with Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and now Uranus is also squaring the nodes. All right. So the path that we're taking, Uranus in Gemini, shifting our mindset, is also giving us crossroads to look at. All right. So this is where the mindset shift comes in because now we're looking at the road forward and the road where we're sitting in a completely different narrative within ourselves. All right. So think Gemini narrative. And then Neptune is making connections to the South Node, so we're able to spiritually connect with this place we're sitting or the things we're letting go of. And of course, um, Pluto is connecting with the South Node, but also square Chiron. All right, so that started just this week, actually. Yeah, on Tuesday, the Pluto square Chiron, but now Pluto is retrograde. All right, so Chiron is like you must heal, you must deal, you must grow and thrive through addressing your wounds. And Pluto's like, so let's go deep and dig. All right, so this Pluto square Chiron, it's going to be triggering things coming up out of the darkness. So there's always that. And Chiron is also now trine the South Node. so so how much South Node Chiron can you deal with? All right, guys. So scattered throughout the day is opportunities for you to heal because the wounds of the path are being made are being shown to you. It could be through our early childhood connections. It could just be through well, Mars conjunct Chiron. It's just there. It's just there. And I only wrote these words this morning. All right. So this is why I am going through it just the same way as you are going, oh wow, this really is sitting. It's sitting very true. So I'll click the button again. Yeah, so let's get some cards out. I'm like, what's feeling different? This one. No, do I want them? Do we want a Dreamweaver? Hey, Nat, how are you? Dreamweaver or a normal card? No, I'm getting Dreamweaver. Because when I first picked up them, I was like, no, there's like different. All right. So Sally says cold but sunny. Oh, amazing, Louise. Well, you know what? I feel like we should catch up over this weekend. I am driving to Lonnie tomorrow, but I will be coming back. So let's connect in the chat later. All right. Okay. Ooh. When a witch must drink their brew. I know we've had this card before, but I freaking love it. Oh, look at that. And I've befriended a crow in my yard. So I have named her Lily. Did start as Lilith, but then it was like, no. So I've got a crow called Lily, and she is coming every day. And she sits out there and she calls me, and I run to give her fruit. So I don't know. I love this. I feel like this is the wisdom of our ancestral witches coming through for us, ladies. There we go. All right, so this is card number 9. Glasses. All right. Okay. The first word, I love it. Hang on, let me have a sip. So good. All right. All right, being unapologetically comfortable in who you are. Trusting and knowing your own magic, being authentic and inspired, the courage to own your values and who you are, and not succumbing to the spell of society. I love that. All right. Do you trust your own magic? Because you should. There is no one like you, and your essence is brimming with a life force and purpose unique to you. This is your magic elixir, so drink it down and cast off what does not serve you. Being fully yourself is what is required right now. Nothing less will do. So yes, it takes courage to cast off the spell of society with all of its expectations, manipulations, and restrictions to claim your true expression. Don't worry about the consequences. Oh, sorry. I'm saying don't worry. It's saying do you? Do you worry about the consequences of being yourself? What if you won't fit in? So what? These are times when a new world is being birthed. Your truest note is the symphony of life, and It can only be played by you. This is how you serve the whole world in harmony with others to create the sweetest music. This is a time for you to ask yourself, what is truly authentic to you? What is in or out of alignment with your wishes? Adjust your life where you need to, for this is a profound time to stand up, shine, and be seen. Drink in your magic, share it with the world, and be bold. When a witch must drink their brew, they are at a profound moment to their own magic. Just like you. You were born for these times. I love that. I love that. So don't be satisfied with the status quo. Acknowledge the wounds and sensitivities that you have. However, allow yourself to be led in a new and better direction. Uranus in Gemini is like your old mindset does not matter anymore, ladies. Like that was, Uranus in Taurus shook up our comfort and values for 7 to 8 years, right? It's supposed to be seven, but I think it was eight. Um, and what we thought was important that all that time ago is no longer relevant. And it's especially not relevant now with Uranus in Gemini. You know what I mean? All of those things, like we've never had this unless there's someone that's over 84 here. We haven't had it. All right. So all of that discomfort, it just doesn't matter anymore. Like you're seeing things so differently now. So just be awesome. All right. Just be awesome. That was it. That was it. Just be awesome. So that's me, ladies. I hope you have a fabulous day. Actually, just remember that 1 o'clock mark. All right. So remember that 1 o'clock mark because it squares Chiron and starts its conjunction to Pluto and sextile to Neptune at the same time. All right. So just allow yourself to move through these things, heal, evolve, and be fucking fabulous. So, mwah, love you guys, and I will see you on Monday. I'm sorry I won't be doing one tomorrow. I will be driving. So I will see you next week, and I hope you all have a great weekend. Mwah, bye.